Hello.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
I can't see anyone.
Yes. Nice to hear you.
Nice to hear you. Nice to
Wow.
know you're there.
Nice to know you're there, yes.
I'm D Cool.
And I'm El Moon.
And this is
Doctor Who Team and Speed.
a podcast about Doctor Who, if you hadn't guessed. What do we have on this week's show, Mr. Moon?
We've got Doctor Who, New Who ordered in 99 to 70.
Excellent.
Because we accidentally forgot about it.
It wouldn't be quite as shocking as the bird that just banged its head against the window a second ago.
This doesn't seem to be working.
It doesn't seem to be working, eh? Okay, well, we'll start off. So it's news first up, is it? So we need to get the news working. Do you want to give a bit of a chat to what we got coming through, and I'll try and get that going?
Oh yeah. We've got quiz or question.
Quiz or question.
A review of the Invasion of Time. And by the way, we've pressed the randomizer. We are going to press the randomizer again.
We are, yeah, indeed. The randomizer being the part of the show where we actually click on a button called the randomizer button, which looks at every Doctor Who episode that's ever appeared and then selects one for us by random.
Yeah.
That's the name, the randomizer. Still having problems with the news here at the moment, so give me a second or two. We'll also, I mean, usually what tends to happen on this show is we tend to get carried away a little bit anyway, don't we? We tend to sort of talk a little bit about all sorts of Who related stuff off script, don't we?
Yes.
So we're going to just sort of padding out a little bit of talk there whilst we try and find the news that we want.
Let's start with this. Okay, this week, Alex Kingston and John Barrowman shared their birthday.
Yeah. Is that they actually literally shared their birthday, or they just happened to have birthdays on the same day?
Well, they just happened to.
Oh, right. They weren't having a joint party or something.
No.
Oh, right, okay.
Alex Kingston was 52.
Oh, okay.
And John Barrowman was 48.
Ah, excellent.
Kingston, of course, plays River Song, while Barrowman is Captain Jack. Two characters that seem destined to meet on screen in the Whoniverse one day. Happy birthday to Alex and John.
Do you think they'll meet one day?
Don't know. It's always been rumoured, but I don't know why.
I mean, maybe if they make Torchwood, perhaps. Maybe they could do it with that. But I don't see that either of them really have too much of a future, do you?
No.
Yeah.
I don't. And coming up today, we'll have the top 10 River Song moments.
Excellent. That sounds good. Right, I'm hoping we've now managed to get things working properly, but I've got my contingent plan still there in the background. Do you know, I'd go back to that one. What I do think possibly we'll see at some point in the future is maybe through Torchwood. If Torchwood gets another run, maybe that would give a good opportunity to try out the River Song character some more.
Do you think Torchwood will get another run?
I think maybe. It has its audio stuff that seems to go on periodically, doesn't it? But I don't know. I'm not sure why it ever stopped. Was it not so popular? Or did they just...
I don't know. The last one's not meant to be as good.
Yeah. But, series tend to flip around a little bit like that anyway, don't they? With some good ones and some not so good ones. So, I don't know. I don't know. I think probably not for some time.
No, not for a little while.
I think we're more likely to get a more of a sort of children's spin-off along the lines of Sarah Jane. That we've talked about before, something like the Paternoster Gang, or what they're called. Yeah. Is the news working now?
Yeah, it is, but I just need to try and get to something later in it.
This is where, ideally, a video version of this podcast will work better, because that way you can see that we're actually doing things when we fall into silence, can't you? Whereas instead you probably just think we've run away or been abducted by aliens.
I need to just load this.
Yeah.
There. Okay, so let's trash that original plans and let's skip to the news of Rank the Revival. There's the next round available.
Fantastic.
The first round of the tournament, we're going to pit the two Dalek episodes from Series 1, and most Who fans would know.
The two Dalek episodes from Series 1? Was there two?
Yeah.
What were they?
Dalek and Bad Wolf Parting with the Ways.
Oh, of course they were. I forgot.
Did anyone guess that?
Yeah.
I hope they did.
I didn't, obviously.
What is your favourite?
Out of those two?
Yeah.
I've seen Dalek. I think Dalek, actually, I've seen about 3 times. Whereas the other one I've only seen once. So I'm going to go for Dalek.
Okay.
What would you say?
I'd go for Bad Wolf. It's a good first finale to the new tenure, but also I agree with you that Dalek is a good episode and it introduces the Daleks to the modern era.
I think the other bit with it is probably Dalek will stand the test of time better, because Bad Wolf, if I'm right, is that the one with all the quiz show bits and stuff? Now, there's some of that will really date, because it's only as relevant as when people still remember what these quiz shows are. So if you imagine that being, sort of 20 years' time, people will be watching that thinking, what on earth did that mean?
Yeah.
So it's very much of its time, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna read some comments.
Okay.
Went with Bad Wolf Parting with the Ways. Honestly, this one so far has been the only one that was really difficult for me to decide one. I love them both so much, mainly because Series 1 was back when I actually liked Rose still, and Dalek is fantastic in its portrayal of the lone Dalek and the Doctor's vehement hatred of it following the last Great Time War. However, Bad Wolf Parting of the Ways features John Barrowman's Captain Jack, who is entertaining and an all-around great character. It also brings Nine's character arc full circle when he can't bring himself to kill the Daleks, and I will never forget the line, "Coward any day." In addition, I really like Bad Wolf's game show scenarios. Really got a kick out of those. Plus, the finales has a grander, more epic scale to it.
Okay, I can see where they're coming from on that. What was quite interesting, and as I mentioned earlier on, we sometimes go off on a bit of a tangent, but you mentioned about the days when he still liked Rose. Do you think a lot of people got fed up with Rose then? Do you think people didn't like Rose as much in the second series?
Yeah.
What do you think personally? Do you think that Rose worked better with Eccleston?
I do, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It seemed to get a little bit more boyfriend-girlfriend, didn't it, with Tennant?
Yeah, that's what I sometimes don't like.
Yeah.
Like with Grace Holloway and the Doctor.
Yeah.
And Clara Oswald and the 11th Doctor.
Yes, that's right.
It's sort of like the other way round of the Clara sort of thing.
Yeah.
Rose.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Do we have any other comments you were going to share on this?
This is kind of a tough one. I love Parting of the Ways. It's my favourite RTD episode. 10 out of 10. I also love Dalek, but not as much. 9 out of 10. I don't really like Bad Wolf, which drags down Parting of the Ways significantly. 5 out of 10. So while Parting of the Ways is the best of the 3, I still have to go with Dalek because of Bad Wolf.
Is Bad Wolf the first part or the second part?
The first part.
Okay.
I prefer the first part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dalek is probably better, but I love Parting of the Ways, so the finale gets my vote. Nice idea, but haven't we just done voting similar to this? Would it not be better to just post the scores? End of. Dalek is a brilliant episode, so my vote goes with it. Real tough one. Both of these episodes have a place in my heart, and I'm torn. Finally, I love Dalek, one of my all-time faves. I love Bad Wolf, but my vote goes to Dalek, although it's not likely it'll change the inadvertible result.
Excellent. Okay.
Should we look at the top 10 River Song moments?
Okay.
And episodes.
Okay.
Top 10 River Song episodes. Again. Oh, wait, no. The category is emotion,
Okay.
plot, and riverness. And then overall.
So what do we have to do here? So we have to vote.
Well, you can vote it if you want, but it's also automatically voted it. Doctor TV have voted it.
Ah, right. Oh, I see what you mean.
Okay.
Okay, so they're going to do, like, say their favourite for each one of these categories, are they?
No.
Oh, right.
They're
Okay.
going to say the top 10.
Okay, well,
And
you
they're
go to
going
the
to
top
do
10.
all those categories.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, 10. Again, who's this river in Let's Go Hitler?
Okay.
They've said emotion is 9,
Mhm.
plot is 5,
Mhm.
riverness is 1, and overall is 5.
Wouldn't you love to have seen River more as she was at the beginning of it? What's her character called again, right at the beginning?
Oh,
The one that-
Mouse.
Yeah, Mel. Wouldn't you like to see Mel's?
Yeah, I know, because Ripper Song was annoying.
Yeah, I'd like to see Mel's in it more.
I would too.
Yeah, it's a shame we didn't. Never mind, we can't help that, can we? Unless we get the spin-off series, The Mel's Years, maybe, one day.
And Damien could be in it.
Yeah, that's true, yeah, we'd like that. Okay, so
Father dear, I think Mummy might need another drink in Wedding of River Song.
right, okay.
Can you remember that one?
No.
It's the one when all of time is in the same place.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
They get married.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a clever one. Emotion 4. Plot 8. Riverness 8. Overall 6.
Okay.
8. Are you married, River? In the Big Bang.
Right, yeah. Yes.
Emotion 4. Plot 9. Riverness 9. Overall 7.
Okay.
It's me. I'm Melody Pond. I'm your daughter at 7. I thought that would be higher.
Yeah.
That's my favourite moment.
Yeah, I think probably mine as well, actually.
From A Good Man Goes to War. Amazing plot twist, which we've been waiting for years.
Yes. And I don't think we guessed it, did we?
No.
No. So, what did they think on their scores? What were the scores on the River Song doors?
Emotion 9. Plot 8. Riverness 5. Overall 7.
Ooh.
Didn't You Used to Be Someone? Angels Take Manhattan is 6. Emotion 5. Plot 8. Riverness 9. Overall 7.
Okay. I didn't remember. I forgot that River Song was in that episode, but she was, wasn't she?
What one was it again? I forgot.
Angels Take Manhattan.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
She was in Name of the Doctor as well.
But yeah, actually, that was the one where I thought possibly may come top. She was quite good in that one.
She was only in it a little bit, wasn't she?
Yeah, that's probably what I liked about it.
Yeah. I thought you liked River.
I don't mind her. She's alright. She's okay. I don't dislike her to the extent like you do.
Yeah, no, she's annoying. Okay, Revival Face Off, round 2. It's 2 Stephen Moffat ones against each other. Empty Child, The Doctor Dances, Girl in the Fireplace.
Ooh. Right, okay. I've commented on this one before because I watched Girl in the Fireplace for the first time, not that long ago, a mere handful of months ago, actually. And I said to you that I really liked the story, but I found David Tennant really annoying and foppish in it. And I've used the word foppish at least 3 times every podcast since.
Foppish.
Yeah. So for that alone, and the fact that I actually really like The Empty Child anyway, They're both really strong stories, but I would have to go for The Empty Child.
Yeah.
I love the look of Girl in the Fireplace, and I like the concept of the story. It's purely, I don't know, I do find David Tennant a bit annoying in it.
Do you want to read some comments?
Yeah, can do, yeah. Okay. Let's have a look. What do we have comment-wise? This is a tough one, but weirdly, I think The Empty Child and Dr. Dances aged better. I recently rewatched both, and while I have a massive grin on my face after the Dr. Dancing Charleston, and after the great chemistry the three of them had, I felt like Girl in the Fireplace was still sad, but didn't get me as much as for the first time. It's still great and shows how tragic character the Doctor can be, but I think I just like the spark of the Nines Doctor more. Girl in the Fireplace is a very good episode. It made me sad for the girl when she died in the end. Actually, that is really good, isn't it? I have to say, The Girl in the Fireplace wins this one. I like The Empty Child, the Doctor Dances a lot, mainly because of the direction and Captain Jack's awesome debut. But something about it I just can't get into as much as The Girl in the Fireplace. The ending of that episode is very well performed, and Rose and Mickey are both useful and likeable in this episode. There's plenty of comedy, action, mystery, suspense, and drama, and foppishness. So I added in myself in this one, and so it takes the cake. Oh, come on, give us an easy choice already. I'm torn. Both of these episodes are my favourites. Then someone else says, The Empty Child of Dr. Dances is, in my opinion, the greatest piece of television ever created. I hand on heart honestly believe that. The Girl in the Fireplace is nothing short of fantastic, but nothing can compare to TEC for me. Both are freaking masterpieces, but I would have to choose The Empty Child, which I still consider the best story of the revival. And then I'll read one more, shall I? Seriously? I can't choose between these two. They're my favourite episode of each Doctor. I can't choose.
Well, they can't because there's only two.
Doctor Who TV, you're a horrible, horrible person. But please don't ban me. I love your site. Yes. So I would say people very much like both of those episodes, but I think it's very slightly to The Empty Child.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always interesting to see what people think. Interesting that a lot of people think these are the two strongest episodes of the whole of the new run.
Yeah.
I mean, they are strong, definitely.
5. I live for the days when I see him, but I know that every time I do, he'll be one step further away. The Impossible Astronaut.
That's a good line, actually. I assume we're back to River Song again, isn't it? You're not just randomly spouting. Yes, that's a good one. And actually, River Song's quite good in that story, I think.
Emotion 9. Plot 8. Riverness 7. Overall 8. The man who can turn an army around at mention of his name. Doctor. A good man goes to war. That's a good line.
Yes.
Emotion 9. Plot 9. Riverness 10. Overall 9.
Yeah.
If you ever loved me, say it like you're going to come back. Name the Doctor.
No, that's a really good bit, actually. Yes.
Emotion 10. Plot 9. Riverness 10. Overall 9. No.
Something weird happened.
It's gone out of it now.
Okay. That's right.
Wait a minute.
Well, it gives me a chance to talk a little bit about it, does it?
Yeah, what were you saying?
I was going to say that probably if I had to choose one, that would probably be my favourite bit.
Yeah.
I think it was quite emotional, that bit.
He's taking me to the Singing Towers of Darillium. He's been promising for ages. Last night. A minisode thing.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that one. What's that from?
Emotion 10. Plot 10. Riverness 10. Overall 10. And of course, number 1. The last time I saw you. The real you. The future you, I mean. Forest of the Dead. The bit when she dies.
That's interesting, because I've never actually seen that one. So, yeah, that's interesting. So, what was the villain in that one? Is that the Vastra Narada?
Yeah.
One? Okay. No, I've never seen that one. So she actually referred to the next Doctor?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Was that in the last series with David Tennant?
The last full series.
The last full series, all right. So they must have known he was coming to the end of his run.
Yeah.
So, excellent. So actually, I mean, who wrote the Vashta Nerada one? That's not a Moffat
Stephen
one. Oh, it
Moffat.
is. Ah, right. Okay, that makes sense then. So he probably knew by that stage, presumably, that he was going to be the next guy, and already had ideas for how to link it into his run, I guess.
Emotion 10, plot 10, Riverness 10, overall 10.
Yes. There we go. Would you agree with that, by the way?
Pardon?
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I do.
Do you think, here's another question for you, an off-the-wall question.
Yeah.
Could be a one saved for quiz question, but I'm not going to say it now. The episodes with River Song in, on the basis that you don't like River Song very much, would you have rather she wasn't in them?
Some.
Yeah.
I do. Certain ones, like the wedding of River Song. I wish it was just
the wedding
the
of
Doctor getting married to someone else.
The wedding of.
And Good Man Goes to War. Oh wait, no, we found out who she was in that one.
She probably has to be in that one, really, doesn't she?
And name the Doctor.
See, that's the thing about it.
Not very necessary in that one.
I think though that there were times where she could be a little bit annoying, but at the same point, her whole story was very pivotal to the stories that Moffat was trying to tell. So
yeah, you couldn't have Doctor without her.
No, so
that's one of the things I hate.
Just put up with it.
Okay, impossible astronaut, a possible planet, the Satan Pit, or Waters of Mars. I
like both these episodes.
Yes, I do too.
But it's still very easy for me, this one, because although I liked the former, I really like Waters of Mars.
Yes.
I think The Flood is one of the best second New Who baddies. Really good baddie, and a really scary one as well. You know, the fact that you can't even lock yourself in a room because they can just rip their way in there.
Yeah.
A really, really great idea for baddie. Who wrote that one, by the way? That's not a...
Phil Ford, writer of Into the Dalek.
Oh, right.
And Russell T Davies.
Right, okay.
Don't Make Me Choose, both masterpieces. I guess Waters of Mars, but just barely. Waters of Mars, both are scary and impressive, but Waters of Mars had the fantastic 10 turns evil scene, and I wished he could have stayed that way. And I think I just dig more depressive episodes.
I think I do as well. Actually, I like this. I like the ones with moodiness in them more. Who's the companion? Was Donna? No, it wasn't Donna, was it?
It was Adelaide.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Because who was the companion in the whole of these specials? There wasn't one.
There was just different companions in every story.
Yeah, that's fine. See, I haven't really seen that many of the specials. I've obviously seen Waters of Mars, but I don't think I've seen any of the other ones.
Planet of the Dead.
Don't think
Next Doctor. You've seen the part 1 of End of Time.
Yes, that's true.
Close Call. Neither are my particular favourites. Like the Ood and the Possession and the Scares, but could not identify with the crew or the situation fully, and Satan at the end was about as effective as God in Star Trek The Final Frontier. What does God or the devil need us with a starship? You said it, Kirk. But these are my troubles with it, and honestly, even without gore, it is better than Event Horizon. And finally, there's only one reason why I picked up The Impossible Planet as my choice. It's the episode that let me know of the show, and I was immediately hooked by it. I owe it to this episode.
Interesting.
The only other bit of feature, because there wasn't much news this week.
Yeah.
It was just features and Happy Birthday River Song.
It's funny, really, isn't it? Because you would think now they're obviously keeping things under wraps quite well. Perhaps they are doing a lot more filming again indoors rather than on location.
Yeah.
Because it's unusual that you're not sort of getting some sort of rumours and stuff drip fed. I mean, I'm sure by now, a couple of seasons back, we knew that the Ice Warriors were going to be in it, didn't we?
Yeah.
That was quite early on, I think, wasn't it, when that story came through? Whereas we don't. All we know.
No, it was like really near where it was on.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like the month it was on.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought we had quite a long run in for that.
No.
Oh.
5, Perkins.
Okay.
For series 8 characters that should be in series 9.
Oh.
5, Perkins.
Yeah.
4, Carabraxos.
Yeah.
3, Journey Blue. 2, Gus. 1, the Paternoster Gang.
Okay. Is that a vote one, or was that the order they came up with?
That's the order they came up with.
Oh, right. It surprised me that Paternoster Gang came top out of all of those.
No, because they've already returned.
Yeah, that's right. And it surprised me that Perkins only came 5th. I would have thought he'd be the one that most people would want. Him or Gus. I would have thought. Interesting.
I'm not going to read the comics for this one because
No.
I don't want to run out of time.
No, okay.
Today.
We did last time, didn't we? Ran out of time a little bit, didn't we, last week?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, we did.
Yeah. So, is there any more news, or is that it for the news?
Well, we've got 2 more revivals.
Oh, have we? I'm sorry.
Blink versus Silence in the Library. You've not seen Silence in the
I've not seen it, but I'd be very surprised if it beat my comment, because Blink surely is the best New Who episode.
Yeah.
Hardly any foppish stuff going on, and a really good story. In fact, I would go as far as to say that Blink is a global phenomenon.
Finally.
Is there, you going to read any comments on that one? Or
No,
not?
no, because we don't have time.
Okay.
But what are you going to say?
Just that it was a phenomenon, and then to ask whether you were doing any comments. Really.
Oh. Human
Finally.
Nature, Family of Blood versus Stolen Earth, Journey's End. Davros versus Human Nature.
No, I really enjoyed what I've seen of the Davros one.
Yeah.
It's good to see Davros back in it, but the Family of Blood is just a great episode,
I
isn't
know. It was my first Doctor Who episode, so it has to be that
it?
one.
I wonder how many the first episode they watched was Twin Dilemma or Fear Her, and whether they came back.
Or Curse of the Black Spot.
Yeah,
If
that's
that
right,
was
yeah.
my first episode, would I be like Doctor Who?
Well, that's
Or
true.
the Twin Dilemma? Or Greatest Show in the Galaxy?
Yeah.
No.
No, don't say
Greatest
it.
Show in the Galaxy. I hate that episode.
So,
Why is it so bad? Ooh, Greatest Show in the Galaxy.
does that take us on to the next section of the show, or are you still revivaling?
Here we go. We'll have some more revival ranks later on. Well, next week.
I was going to say, I thought, crumbs, I can't remember there being any more. Okay, what does that take us to then?
Okay. Every episode of Doctor Who ranked 99 to 60. Let's start with 99, the Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe.
Yeah. Well, you already said last week, didn't you, that you probably, if you were rewriting this again now, that would have actually been in last week's list and not this week's.
It's hard. It's harder than you think to write a list of these in order.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's a challenge.
And also, because sometimes you suddenly think of something else, you think, well, actually, I really loved that bit. That should be higher. What do you think of the plus points for this episode?
I think it's got some funny moments.
I love the concept
Yeah, I do
of it being a
too.
bit like the Narnia stories. I love the Narnia stories.
Yeah, I do too.
I like Bill Bailey in it.
Yeah, but it's a bit too Christmassy.
Yeah. Nice ending to it,
Mm.
I think. We won't say what that
I
is,
like the ending, but I won't tell.
Yeah, and I also like the big tree type thing in it.
Mm. The Wooden King.
Yeah, the Wooden King.
Then
that's
it
quite
turns
good.
out to be a good guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I spoiled it now.
But the thing is, I guess actually, if there's a criticism of the Stephen Moffat era, and it's a very small criticism, but there does seem to be quite a few cases where the big baddie turns out to actually be all right.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, in the end, you want your baddies to be bad, don't you?
Because they're called baddies,
Yeah.
not goodies.
Yeah, that's right. What's the next one done?
Robot of Sherwood, 98.
Ooh, a Series 8 one finds its way in.
First Series 8 one. Now, ups on this episode.
Ups, I think the casting is really good. I think the sheriff's really good. I really like the robots. I like the whole idea of the whole sort of thing around Robin Hood being a fictional character, and there's some good laughs in it, some belly laughs, I'd say.
Yes.
Don't likes can be wrapped up with one sentence.
Yeah, they can.
What would do you know what it is? What that one sentence would be?
What?
Arrow in the spaceship. I hate that. Golden arrow. I hate that.
Yeah, the worst scene in the whole of Series 8.
Yeah.
But I know what the best scene was.
What do you think?
The restaurant scene in Deep Breath.
Ah, yeah, you're pretty right. So I thought you meant the best scene in this episode. What do you think was the best episode in this episode?
Robot of Sherwood.
Yeah.
Okay. In the Forest of the Night is 97th.
Okay. 97th. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I still like this one. It's odd because it's very watchable, I think. I know a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people went as far as saying they thought it was the worst story in the whole revival, didn't they? Which I think is a bit harsh.
It's a bit harsh. It's got some bad points, but it's got some good points.
Yeah.
The kids annoy me at some points.
Is that because of all the hand flapping?
Yeah. Why does she even do that? I heard somewhere that the writer doesn't even know why she does that.
Yeah, right.
It's just so... And the actress.
I think actually, I think there's some nice parts of that story, and it's just a little bit different as well. It's quite original, wasn't it? It wasn't just the Doctor turns up and fights a bad guy.
Yeah, it's a bit different because straight after the episode, the first thought I thought of was there wasn't really a bad guy in that.
No, not really.
No.
And the trailer for it was quite a teaser in that respect, wasn't it? Because you had like the was it a lion or something? Oh, tiger.
Wolves.
What was the one that showed in there? Was it not sure like a tiger or a lion?
Yeah, I
or
think
something?
it was a wolf or a tiger.
Yeah,
it was.
You immediately thought, eek.
Yeah.
That's going to be quite cool. But actually, it was only in it for a few seconds, wasn't it?
I actually thought that next time trailer was terrible.
Did you?
Because it didn't actually make me appeal to the next episode.
Yeah.
I thought that's going to be such a rubbish episode.
It's funny, wasn't it? Because I think when we were talking before the series came out, both of us had a feeling that one was going to be one of the worst episodes, didn't we?
Yeah.
Don't have no idea why.
Because it had a long name.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we want snappy titles, please.
Yeah, because Listen was a good one, Blink was a good one, Midnight was a good one.
Yeah, true.
All the one-namers.
So we'll be looking out for one-namers next series.
Yes.
What's the next one done on the list?
The Unquiet Dead.
Unquiet Dead. This is the one where I always say to you, which one's this again? Isn't it?
Yes.
Every time? What is it? Which one's this?
It's the one with Charles Dickens.
Okay.
It's a good one. It's just thinking through all of them. It's not as good.
I don't think it can be as good because I can't really remember it very well. Is it the one with ghosts? Is it ghosts?
Yeah.
In this one? Yeah. No, I can't really remember it too well. I thought it was watchable. I think it was a.
Yeah, it was a watchable one, but.
Yeah, you probably write this down in the lower part of the list, I would say.
Yeah. 95, 42. Good one. Again, not as good as some of the other ones.
Who's the baddie in 42?
Sun Creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've not seen that one.
You have? It's the one when the doctor gets possessed by the sun. You can be so forgetful. Forgetful
I'm
sometimes.
getting old, so I'm an older brain than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Actually, I think I did quite enjoy that one, actually.
yeah, I did. It's a very watchable one, but it's not as good as Unicorn and the Wasp, which is 94.
I definitely haven't seen that one.
No, the one with Agatha Christie.
Okay.
Agatha Christie. It's a good one. There's that famous scene. Wow. One of the most famous scenes of the modern era, where Donna gets chased by that giant wasp.
Oh, right, okay.
You know, have you seen that?
No, I've not seen that most famous scene.
No, the picture.
Oh, right, okay. I can't remember. You have to show me later.
Donna in the bedroom.
I'll tell you what I would like to say is one thing. I mean, they've always done it throughout the history of Who, and there are some exceptions to this, but I'm not generally a big lover of when they meet famous characters from history.
No.
I like the historic ones.
Like
when
the
there's
Simpsons, when they meet the historical characters.
Yeah, it's very similar. Or when they meet famous celebrities and things.
Or when they go back in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind them. I don't mind it when they go back in time in Doctor Who. I like the historical ones.
Yeah.
But I like the historical ones where there's not really a figurehead. There's some exceptions to that rule.
Vincent
being the biggest one because it's done so well. But I just think, in general, if the Doctor had gone back and made himself visibly, made these historical characters aware of him, and they've been attacked by aliens, blah blah blah, somewhere down the line in history, one of them at least would have blabbed.
Yeah.
I don't believe they'd have all not said anything about it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
93 is Planet of the Dead. You've not watched that one. It's part of the specials. And it's probably the worst of the specials. That's why I put it quite low.
Who's the baddie in that one?
The Triviatals. No, not the Triviatals. They're good guys. The Wasp things.
Okay, but not the wasp that was chasing Donna.
No, not that wasp. The Satyrines. No, not the Satyrines. Those were the vampires. Forgot their names now.
That's what I
You know, when I do this sometimes, like, something comes to my memory and I completely forget about other things.
That's right. I hope you remember them for a quiz or question, because I had a look earlier on and there were some questions in there. Pressure's on now.
Ooh. 92, Amy's Choice.
Amy's Choice. This is the one where there's two Amy's, is it not?
The Dream Lord.
Oh, it's the Dream Lord. Well, I'm rubbish at this, aren't I? I was going to say, so didn't we talk about that one last week? The Dream Lord one's as low as this, is it? Ooh, interesting. There must be some real treats in store then, because I actually really like the Dream Lord.
You haven't watched most of New Who, so you don't know what you're missing out on.
Oh, well, that is true. Yeah. I've probably watched more than half, I'd say. So, because I was thinking for a minute it was the one with the two Amy's in it. The old Amy and the young Amy. But I was thinking, didn't we talk about that last week?
Yeah, we talked about that last
week. The Dream Lord one's really, really good.
Yeah. But you haven't seen most of New Who, have you?
True.
Oh, you are missing out on some classics like Silence in the Library and like what other ones haven't you seen?
Well, we'll find out as we go down this list, won't we? And the
School Reunion.
The ones that I have seen, I've forgotten what they are. What's next on the list?
Vampires of Venice.
Haven't seen.
Poison Sky.
Poison Sky, I think I have seen that one.
One of the worst of the two-parters.
Is that the Sontaran?
Yeah, it's the second part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see,
it's not as good, I don't think.
Because in the end, this is your list, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your list. I would actually say that the Dream Lord one is better than this one. I believe. There's bits I like about this one. Just a personal reflection.
Yeah. If it was your list,
if it was my list, yeah.
But we'll chat more about the story when it comes. But next is Planet of the Ood, or Planet of the Old, as I've written.
Planet of the Planet of the
Ood, yes.
Or Planet of the Odd, as I think you also wrote, didn't you? Just a second ago, or not?
No.
Okay. Planet of the Ood. Is this the first one with the Ood in?
No.
Is this the one we watched on the randomizer?
Yeah.
The one with Donna in?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Really like this one.
Yeah, I like it, but it's the worst Ood episode.
But there are some quite sort of scary moments in this one, isn't there? I think the whole thing with the eyes is really cool when they freak out.
Yeah.
But we talked about that one a fair bit a few weeks back when we did the
Yeah.
randomizer.
The Runaway Bride.
I haven't seen this one.
Worst Christmas special. No. Third worst Christmas special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got Donna in it, so it probably wouldn't be that high up in my list.
Time Heist.
It's surprising me that's as low as it is.
Well, it's the third worst one in Series 8, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I changed my mind when I watched it the second time.
Yeah.
It's better the second time.
Yeah.
But still not
Yeah.
as good as some of the others.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, it's got probably, as we've said on numerous shows beforehand, the best looking monster in the whole of the series.
Oh,
isn't it?
yeah. But the monster can't change my mind.
Yeah.
Because he's such a cool monster.
It's probably the most action-filled episode in Series 8, I would say.
It is.
It's sort of like a little bit like James Bond meets Doctor Who, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's good. I enjoy that one.
Listen to our Time Heist review, which has got something to do with the caretaker in the name. On YouTube to listen to our full article.
Okay. So, what number does that bring us down to?
96, The Suntown Stratagem, Part 2. Part 1, I mean.
Have I seen that one?
The Poison Sky.
Oh, right, okay.
But we chatted about that one
Yeah.
earlier. 85, Rise of the Cyberman.
Rise of the Cyberman.
It's not as good as the first part, the first Cyberman one. It's not as good as it's meant to be.
Is that the one? See, I get very confused. Yeah, it's because I'm getting old. But that's not the one where they come from like a parallel universe. Sort of
Yeah.
thing. Oh, it is that one. I actually quite like the. I think I saw.
Concept.
I saw the first half of this one, didn't I? Not the second half. I quite liked it. I liked the idea behind it, and the fact that the Cybermen were on all the television channels and everything.
Yeah. No, that's the next one.
Ah, right. Okay.
I don't think you've watched this one.
Why not?
The one with John Lumick.
Probably not.
One with the guy from Only Fools and Horses.
No.
Ah.
See, really, I should be doing an If I Get Everything Wrong podcast.
Or a
really.
Game of Thrones podcast.
Yeah, I'll still get things wrong.
Beast Below is 84.
Beast Below 84.
Smilers.
Yeah, I like that. I really like the Smilers. I think there's something really cool about them, isn't there?
Yeah, one of the worst ones in Series 5.
Yeah.
One. I'm not saying it is the worst, because there's bad, and there are also a few bad ones in Series 5. The Next Doctor is 83rd, part of the specials.
Not seen.
82nd is Girl in the Fireplace, so I'm starting to reconsider this.
Yeah, that's surprising me. It's as low as that. You've obviously taken the foppishness of David Tennant's Doctor into account and reduced your ranking for it on that basis. My God, he's foppish in that one.
Let's put him low.
But I do like. I really love that story now, and the ending of it was really cool. Really good ending. Very sad ending.
Very sad ending.
Yeah.
81 is End of the World.
End of the World. The second one with Cassandra in.
The first
one with Cassandra in. Yes. The second episode of New Who. Yes. What I like about that is that that particular episode was a little bit slower paced than Rose, the first one, and it gave you an opportunity to learn a little bit more about it. So on the, as you would say, character progression or character, what's the phrase you always use?
Development.
Character development. I think it's quite good for that. From that perspective, you learn a lot more about Rose.
80 is Dalek.
Dalek, yes. I bet a lot of people would disagree that it's as low as that. Personally, I would probably agree.
Yeah.
It's good to watch.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It popped up on the randomizer, but it's not as good as some of the other ones.
And in the end, it's all about an opinion.
Yeah.
So what's next down on your list?
Wait,
Or has the list disappeared?
I accidentally clicked out of it.
Did you?
Wait a minute. There. Age of Steel 79. Part 2 of the Rise of the Cybermen one.
And on the basis of the fact that you say I haven't watched the first part, then I probably haven't watched the second part either. So, different comment. What I would say is the Cybermen are one of my favourite villains in the whole of Who. But it's not until Dark Water, Death in Heaven that I've really enjoyed the Cyberman story.
Yeah, I know. That was the best Cyberman story, probably my favourite Cyberman story ever.
But we had this conversation, didn't we, as we were walking around here earlier on, about episodes we'd most like to see. And mine had lots of old Cybermen stories in them because they just look so cool in the old days.
I've seen most of the old Cybermen ones, though.
But since they didn't have anywhere near the sort of special effects, the Cybermen were so much more intimidating.
Tomb of the Cybermen.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah.
Good one. Not as good as it's meant to be.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Okay.
Let's Kill Hitler. 78.
78. See, I love us that. Come on.
And A Good Man Goes to War. 77. A Town Called Mercy. 76.
See, now with that one with me, I just let my love for Al Maria and spaghetti westerns just get the better for me, and it makes me want to push that further up. I mean, you're probably right in terms of a story. I mean, it's a little bit dispensable, but it's an Al Maria. It's based on a spaghetti western type style. I've got to love it. It's got to be number one, surely.
The Doctor's Wife is 75. Now, however much I say I hate it, there are some good bits about it, like the TARDIS scene.
Yeah. Now this is one that you might not agree, but when we get, we have the randomizer sort of section in this show where we get a random episode to watch. I would really like this one to come up on the randomizer because I would like to see it again because so many people seem to think it's one of the best New Who episodes. Having only seen it once, I didn't think that. There's things I really did like about it, but I think it merits another view, another second opinion.
Yeah, it does.
Have you seen it more than once?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's still not up there.
No.
It's still down at number 70, whatever it was. 75.
Into the Dalek is 74.
Okay.
73 is Army. Oh well, watch our one with Robot of Sherwood in the name to see the full review on that. Army of Ghosts is 73.
Oh, that's the one I watched, wasn't it?
Yeah, part 1 you did watch.
Yeah.
The one when like it's EastEnders and she's like to the ghost, get out of my pub.
That's right. Yeah.
And then the ghost's just standing there.
Yeah, that's right. That's again. I take it back to this whole foppish thing, man. I know I've actually used that phrase now 721 times just in this single podcast, but that's a good example of it to me. That they're in the David Tennant era. There was so much humour in it, which is fine, and maybe that's why people liked it. Maybe it was made it more family friendly. But I much prefer the darker edge that we've got now.
Yeah, I do.
Much prefer it.
I do too.
I do find sometimes a little bit cheesy some of the bits from those ones.
72, Fires of Pompeii.
I've not seen this one,
so you can't comment.
So I can't comment. But is that the one where Peter Capaldi was first in it? Yeah.
71, you may disagree. The Lodger.
See, The Lodger would be higher for me.
Yeah.
Just for the football scene. I love that scene.
I love that scene.
Yeah.
And finally, 70 is Doomsday.
Doomsday.
Part 2 of the Army of
Ghosts.
Okay, so that's leaving it there.
So
next time we'll have 69 to 30 or 69 to 40. I don't know.
It depends how we get on.
40 or 30. It depends how much time you get.
I'm quite intrigued actually to see where you go with this list because there's some in there which I would have thought were higher in the list than they are. So I'm quite intrigued to see where this list goes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Find out in the
Find
next
out
2 weeks.
Find out in the next 2 weeks. Is the whole thing wrap up in 2 weeks? We've got 2 more weeks of this.
Yeah.
Have we?
2 more weeks.
Is that all it is?
Yeah.
Gotta get listing them.
Yeah. Okay. I was meant to do some last night, but then I forgot.
Yeah, because you're watching Comic Relief.
Yeah. Yay.
What about what's next on the show?
Should we do our review?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the review. So this is the section where we've referred a couple of times to the randomizer. So if anyone doesn't know, the randomizer is a spreadsheet that we drew up a few months back in November, I think.
Yeah.
Which contains every single episode of Doctor Who, new and old. And basically, we've got a little random thing in it that you press a button and it randomly picks one up. And then we watch whatever comes up in the following week and then talk about it at the next podcast.
Yes. Last time popped up The Invasion of Time, a 6-parter, the last Tom Baker episode with Leela. And
I cried.
And we watched it over the course of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We didn't have time to give our review on the first 3 episodes last week, so we'll give our review on all of it this week.
Okay.
What did you think? What was your review?
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because it goes off in a completely different direction than what you believe it's going to, isn't it? Because the whole of the first 4 episodes, I've got the name of the villains. The Vardens, yeah. So basically, without running into any great detail about the story, the Doctor returns to Gallifrey, and it starts off, doesn't it? You've been talking to these people, and you're not really sure what's happened on whose side, whether he's been like mind wiped or something like that. You're not really clear what he's doing, but he goes back to Gallifrey and basically, yada yada yada, blah blah blah, gets made the president. Is that the phrase? Is it the president?
Yeah.
Yeah. And in order to, he basically opens up like a gap in the defences of Gallifrey to enable these creatures to come through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember the terminology.
Vardens.
Yeah. But he opens up this gap, and anyway, they sort of get blasted out of it. Blah blah blah. 4 episodes, not really that important because it really leads up to the fact that they've actually been manipulated in many ways by the Sontarans, who suddenly appear, having fought their way through this big empty void in the defense system.
Can I talk about this?
Yeah.
Parts 1 to 4. I was like, I don't think this episode is as good as I remember it. But then when it got to part 5, I thought, that's the classic Invasion of Time I always remember.
Yeah.
Because I love the chase scenes.
Yeah.
And everything in the last 2 parts.
I think it's really funny when they're running around inside the TARDIS, and they keep coming to the same scene over and over again, don't they?
But it feels quite rushed in the 6th part.
Yeah, maybe. They could have used that scene a few more times, couldn't they?
Yeah.
When they come down the stairs, we want to at least another 4 of those. But it's enjoyable. I'm sad to see Leela go.
What did you think about that?
I knew she was going to go.
Yeah.
But I really liked Leela. I thought she was good. She was like really pretty back then, wasn't she? And there was something quite cool about the whole savage look.
Yeah.
Can't be a good savage look. And also, she threw a really good dagger, didn't she? That hit Bocco right into the back of the Sontaran's neck piece. Oh, that was fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was worth 6 episodes in its own right.
No.
Yeah. So what would you say then? So go as an episode, would you recommend it to people?
Yes, I'd recommend it.
I'd definitely say stick with it because, like you, I think it's a slow burner.
Yeah.
And it gets there eventually, but it's quite slow.
Yeah. And scores. Monster. Or monsters.
Monsters. Well, there's something about the first ones. Well,
Vardens.
The Vardens. They just look like sort of
Jellyfish.
sort of, to me, they look like crinkled up silver foil.
Yeah, jellyfish in silver foil.
So yeah, they were not too worried about them. Sontarans were really good in it. In fact, I'd go as far as to say
maybe best.
yeah, it might be the best Sontaran experience that we've had.
Yeah, even though they're not in it much.
No, but they're quite mean, aren't they? In it. Yeah, I like it.
So how would you give that monsters wise?
In the score,
Yeah.
I can't remember. Do we score this at 10?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give them an 8.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Actually, because of the Vardens, it's let down.
Yeah.
Let's think. Character development.
Well, like we've said a few times, I don't think character development is as important in Classic Who as it is in New Who.
No.
But you had the whole turnaround with Leela.
Yeah.
You know, falling for this guy that she thought was a bit of a fool to start with. It just happened very suddenly, didn't it? It was like all of a sudden, it was like, oh my god, I love this guy. But
sound like Andrew there.
Did I?
Yeah.
It wasn't deliberate. It's better than most of my impressions. So.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Excitement.
Excitement. Would you say it's an exciting episode?
The last 2 parts were.
Yeah. I'd say actually part 5 is quite exciting.
Yeah. Not part 6.
Not part 6 isn't exciting, so there's a lot going on in it. I wouldn't say it's exciting.
Yeah.
The most exciting bit in the whole of the story is probably the end of 4.
Yeah.
When the Sontarans suddenly appear.
come in.
It's like,
they're
whoa!
all celebrating, and then there's a massive shock.
Well, it's the sort of thing you'd just assumed it was coming to the end of the story, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You would have thought. Oh,
if you didn't know how many parts it was.
You would have thought, well, that's got 2. Always Classic Who, always 4 parts, pretty much, or quite a lot of 4 parts.
And then you tried to turn off, and then the Sontarans come on. Wow.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah. And then the final score.
Pace.
Pace. Quite slow. Actually, I'd probably for pace. I mean, I like slow things, to be honest. I'm slow myself. So I'm going to give it a 7.
Yeah. And overall?
Overall, I'm going to give it an 8. Not my favourite that we've watched on the...
It's one of mine. I think still it might be Hand of Fear.
I think Hand of Fear is probably still my favourite, yeah.
Even better than... Case of Antler.
Oh, I don't know actually. I really enjoyed the Case of Antler. Yeah.
Okay, quiz or question.
Before we go on to quiz or question, should we do the randomizer?
Oh yes, I forgot. Sorry.
Are you ready to tap that random button?
Yes.
So we've already told you what the rules for the randomizer are, so we probably don't need to go through that again. But we're ready to press the button.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
It's the Pirate Planet.
Oh, right.
Ooh.
Is that good? Because I immediately think of that. Oh no, I don't know why. I probably watched it ages ago and probably really enjoyed it, but there's just something about it where you immediately think,
Key to Time one.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Second.
So that would be Romana 2.
Romana 1.
Romana 1. Okay.
Okay. Quiz or question.
Quiz or question. Well, so before you come on to that again, so I'm holding you up. That means then that next week we will tell you about our Pirate Planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pirate Planet experience, and we'll review that here.
Yes. So stay tuned.
Okay.
Okay. First question. Or quiz.
Or quiz.
Aside from the Cybermen, the Daleks, and the Master, what villain has reared its ugly head the most?
Ooh, that's got to be a quiz, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because there's got to be a right or wrong answer to it. I'm going to have to pass this one over to you because you're the.
What do you mean by it? What does it mean?
I think what it's trying to say, what it means.
Mean what one's
is
been shown.
What's been in it the most, other than those 3.
Oh, Sontarans or Silurians.
Is there a definitive answer? What about the Weeping Angels? How many times have they been in it?
3, and in Time of the Doctor, if you count that.
Well, Sontarans would have definitely been in it more than them, wouldn't they?
So I'd say Sontarans.
Yeah, I think it probably is the Sontarans, actually.
We forgot to say quiz. Oh yeah, we did say
We did
quiz
say,
question, didn't
yeah,
we?
don't worry. We said it. You said it about 4 times actually, because I kept interrupting you, didn't I? But,
Yeah. Which character from Series 8 would suit a spin-off show?
Interesting.
Quiz or question?
That's got to be a question because there's no right or wrong answer for it. I guess most people would probably say Potter knows the gang, but I'm not going to say that because it's the right answer. And
I'd think Perkins or Missy maybe.
a spin-off show. I don't know.
Maybe.
I think Perkins would be a bit boring on his own.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd like to see.
Maybe it could be Shauna with Perkins. Shauna and Perkins together.
Sorry, if the Shauna and Perkins has got to have a sort of theme tune to it, hasn't it?
Dance and engineer. Dance and engineer.
I'd watch that.
Dance, dance, engineer. Let's go, Perkins and Shauna.
I'd watch that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
What about what's the obviously I'm rubbish, I always forget everything. What's the name of the woman in Into the Dark?
Journey Blue.
Journey Blue. Maybe Journey Blue.
Yeah. With Shauna and
Yeah.
or Rusty. That would be quite good.
Yeah.
Rusty and Shauna and Journey Blue and Perkins all together with Ashley Carter.
Oh, perhaps the ones from Time Heist in some sort of like Bourne Supremacy type in space.
Cyan, Saber, and Shauna and Perkins and Rusty and everyone else, which I can't remember.
What's the next quiz or question?
Do you like companions to die or just leave?
Ooh,
Quiz or question?
it's gonna be a question, that isn't it?
Question.
Okay. You give your opinion first. I know what mine is.
With Adric, it was like, die!
Yeah.
With Mel, it was just like, die! Even though she didn't.
Somebody kill her! She's been in it for 2 episodes already! Yeah.
With Donna, it was like, die!
Yeah.
With Tegan, it was like, die! With...
How many have died? Adric is one. Amy, sort of. Depends how you.
I was thinking that I think Adric is the only like actual companion that to die.
It's quite shocking, really, isn't
Proper.
it? Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right.
Because Sarah Kingdom and Katrina, I don't really count them.
So on that basis, you'd probably say that there's a few more that you'd rather see bumped off.
Yeah. I mean, Sarah Kingdom and Katrina, I haven't really seen them, so I can't really comment.
I personally, I like it when they have a real, particularly the ones that are in it for a long time. I like them to have a longer, more delayed parting.
Yeah.
So I think probably the best leaving scene ever was probably Sarah Jane.
I like that scene.
I think Clara's, although she didn't leave, I think Clara's was up with that. I think Amy's was very emotional. Whereas Leela's today in Invasion of Time was really quick. It's sort of like Doctor, I've decided I'm not going. Oh, okay, bye. You know, I'd like to have seen that a little bit more dragged out. So.
Oh no, here we go. Sorry.
Yeah.
Went off with what I wanted.
Yeah. So I with something like Doctor Who, where the whole thing is about the Doctor having companions really as friends, I don't want to see too many of them killed off because I think the Doctor's the sort of person he wouldn't keep taking companions if he thought they were going to get killed off all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't like them getting killed off.
This is an interesting one. Will Missy ever become the Master again? What's the question?
Ooh, got to be a question, isn't it?
Question.
Good question. I don't think so, actually.
So you think Missy will be the last incarnation?
I think they will have evil women from now on.
or a new or a new arch nemesis.
I think Missy will come back. I think Missy will probably change into another Missy at some point.
Yeah.
But I think it will stay a woman, or possibly come back as a cat.
Meow. Or a baby.
Oh, baby, yeah. No, I think.
Or a baby cat.
Maybe a baby cat. I'm going to go. No, he's going to stick as Missy now.
Yeah.
They won't swap and change.
What's better, Torchwood or Unit?
What do we mean by that? Do we mean
Quiz or question?
I'm going to go as a question.
Question.
Do you want to answer this one first?
Unit, because there's Brigadier, Benton, Mike Yates, Kate Stewart, Osgood.
Would you like to see? Going back to the previous question we had around spin-off series. Would you like to see a Unit spin-off series starring Kate Stewart? Maybe.
It keeps turning off.
Or maybe is it gone? Is it?
It keeps turning off.
What is it? Oh right,
Yeah.
okay. What do you think to that idea?
What do you mean? A Kate Stewart spin-off?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think not necessarily a Kate Stewart spin-off,
No.
but maybe
A Cyberbrig.
yeah, no, it's
Cyberbrig.
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 I don't know necessarily about.
Cyberbrig does.
I don't know necessarily whether we'd want that, but maybe not actually featuring Kate Stewart that much, but with Kate Stewart there in the background.
Yeah.
But it's more so just the whole concept of Agents of Unit.
Yeah.
Agents of Unit, that would be a good spin-off.
Yeah, it
series.
would be.
Yeah.
Next question?
Yeah.
Or quiz?
Yeah.
Do you think the 12th Doctor would be as nifty at football as the 11th?
Quiz or question's got to be.
Quiz or
Well, actually, I
question.
think that's a quiz.
It's easy.
Yeah, you can't. You know,
Why?
surely no. Can you imagine any of the Doctor incarnations being as good as the 11th?
Because he used to be a footballer, Matt
Yeah.
Smith.
So I think actually, although strictly speaking, it's a question. It's a quiz.
And finally, could Perkins be a Time Lord? Quiz or question?
It's a question.
Question. We heard these rumours the other day from like Batman March or something.
Yeah. I think he possibly could be. You know.
Mm.
It wouldn't
Yeah,
surprise me if we do see something or hear something else about Perkins, because
Yeah, he was very mysterious.
he was very mysterious. So yeah,
It's
it
possible.
never indicated, did it? And maybe the Doctor would have known if he was a Time Lord, and maybe he would have said something. But I think it's quite feasible, yes, that he would have been.
Okay, should we end the show there?
I think that's probably everything, isn't it? It's been
Yeah.
a really good fun one, actually.
Yeah, it has.
We've had a few technical problems, but we usually do.
Yeah.
But we just get around them.
Next week,
Next week.
we are going to look at the next part of our list of top Doctor Who stories.
Okay.
We are going to look at the. We are going to have another quiz or question,
Excellent.
and we are going to review the Pirate Planet and have some
No,
news.
not the Pirate Planet.
What's so wrong about it?
I'm sure
It's
it's going to
meant to be a bad one, but I remember it being an alright one.
It's just the name just doesn't sound exciting. You know, you think something like
Mm.
the Invasion of Time.
What sounds
Let's kill
just before
Hitler.
we end, just on the last note of the show, what do you think sounds the best Key of Time one? Is it the Ribos Operation, which is the worst one? Pirate Planet? They probably get better as they go on, actually.
Okay.
Pirate Planet, Stones of Blood, Androids of Tara, Power of Kroll, or the Armageddon Factor.
You want me to say what I think is going to be the best one? I
Yeah.
suppose? Is it? I think it's got to be, is it?
Pardon?
That's right. I reckon Power of Kroll.
I think the best one's the Armageddon Factor.
Yeah.
I think it gets better every episode of
Yeah.
the Key to Time.
I mean, I probably watched them as a child, but I haven't seen them for some time, so I don't know. But maybe we'll find out, because I guess gradually we'll get through everything on the
Yes.
randomizer, won't we? So one day we'll be talking about that very thing,
Yes.
and we'll be saying, "Do you remember when we watched the Pirate Planet and thought, I hope no more No more Key of Time episodes come up on the randomizer.
Let's move on and say goodbye to y'all.
Goodbye to y'all. See you later.
See you next week. Thank you for listening. Bye.